Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of In My Head with Naisha. So, I wonder if it's just me, but have you guys ever looked at somebody and thought, people who really love you will always find their way back to you? And I used to hold on to that idea a lot because it felt comforting. Like if something was real enough, it wouldn't fully leave. But lately, I don't know if I believe it's quite that simple anymore. Because sometimes people do love you and still don't know how to stay. Sometimes the love is real, but the timing is just bad. Or life is messy. Or people are trying to figure themselves out. And that doesn't automatically make the connection fake, it just makes it complicated. I think for a long time I believed that if something was meant for me, it would never really leave my life. But life itself doesn't really work like that. Sometimes people are only meant for certain versions of you, certain seasons, certain lessons. Some people come into your life to build with you. Some come to wake parts of you up. Some come to show you things about yourself you probably wouldn't have faced otherwise. And when things end, I think we automatically label it as a failure. Like if it didn't last forever, then maybe it wasn't real to begin with. But maybe some things were only meant to exist for a moment, not forever. And I've been thinking a lot about it recently. Just because something becomes unhealthy or misaligned at one point in your life doesn't always mean that it's ruined forever. People change, life changes, we change. And I think sometimes we hurt ourselves trying to force every ending to mean this is permanent. When honestly, sometimes it's just this can't work the way it is right now. And that can be a really hard thing to sit with because there's no control in that, no certainty, no clear answer. And that's what makes it harder, is when the love was actually real. Because you're not just grieving this person, you're not grieving the loss, you're grieving the future version of the life that you pictured with them already. And then your brain starts doing that thing where it questions everything. Did I imagine it? If it was real, why didn't it last? Why wasn't love enough to make it work? And I don't think relationships ending automatically means that the love wasn't real. I think sometimes two people can love each other and still not be able to make it work in the version of life that they were in at that time. And that's painful, but honest. I'm also learning that not everything distant is gone forever. Some things are just unfinished. Some things need space. Some things make more sense later than they do in the moment. And yeah, some things never come back. But I don't think that erases what they meant to you while they were here. So I guess lately I've been trying to stop forcing myself to define everything immediately. Not every ending needs to become they were my forever person or they meant nothing. Sometimes it's somewhere in between, somewhere in the middle. Sometimes someone mattered deeply and that's the only answer you get. And maybe peace is just learning to let things be what they were without trying to control what they'll become later on. Because if something is meant to reconnect in a healthier way, someday it will. And if it's not, that doesn't mean that it was meaningless. It still mattered, they mattered, and you still do too. You're still here, still growing, still becoming somebody new after all of it. And maybe for right now, that's enough. And if this episode resonated with you in any way, thank you for sitting in these thoughts with me. I know a lot of us are trying to figure out how to let go of things without pretending that they never mattered. And that's not easy. But I think healing starts when we stop forcing ourselves to have all of the answers immediately. Sometimes closure is clarity. Sometimes closure is distance. And sometimes closure is just deciding to keep moving forward even while things feel unfinished. So, wherever you are in your process right now, be gentle with yourself. And if you want to share your thoughts, your story, or something you're currently trying to process, you can always leave me a comment or submit anonymously through the Google form linked in my bio. I really do read them, guys, and some may even be featured in future episodes. And this has been In My Head with Naisha. Till next time. And remember, you don't have to have everything figured out to keep growing. Later.